launched the Standing Committee on Appropriations on national departments which have had fruitless, wasteful and irregular expenditure over the last 5 years. Our reporter Lulama Matya was following that story for us. A very good morning to you, Lulama. What are some of the highlights that came out of the AG's briefing?
Good morning, Desiree, and the viewers at home. Well, the Auditor-General was not there herself. It was one of the officials of the office, Bongi Ngoma, who was briefing the committee. She was briefing the committee, as you said in the intro, Desiree, about the fruitless and wasteful expenditure of national departments over the past 5 years. That amount is estimated at 1.52 billion rand, and it has been incurred by about 41 departments. And when she's mentioning those departments, the highest contributor to this fruitless and wasteful expenditure, Desiree, is the Department of Defense. The Department of Defense is followed by National Treasury. And the members of the committee, I must say that they were quite surprised that the National Treasury, which is supposed to be playing an oversight over the public purse, is one of the contributors to this fruitless and wasteful expenditure. Basic education as well is one of those departments. The Department of Tourism, Environment, Forestry and Fisheries, Water and Sanitation, Justice and Constitutional Development, Correctional Services, Agriculture. The presidency also features in those departments that contributed to this 1.52 billion rand fruitless and wasteful expenditure over the past 5 years. International relations, higher education, women, children, mineral resources, as well as the police department, Desiree. So, but if you're looking at these departments overall, you would see, I guess, perhaps, Desiree, why they would be these fruitless and wasteful expenditure. If you look, for instance, to the Department of Higher Education, we know that that department, every year, there are challenges, Desiree, when it comes to the tertiary, when it comes to NSFAS, when there has to be distribution of the loans to students. They are all challenges. We would normally see students they applied to the streets as over striking or toying, or even sometimes we see destruction of properties at institutions when students are taking their fight to the streets over the payment or non-payment of NSFAS. If we're talking about the Department of Defense, Desiree, the department has been over a number of years saying that they don't have enough resources that they need in order to do their business. And you're also looking at the budgetary constraints and cuts that the National Treasury, when there's a tabling of budget every year, that there would be budgetary cuts, and then the defense will be crying that they don't have enough. Even this year, it was that case. They were saying that they don't have enough money. So all I'm saying is that if you look at this fruitless and wasteful expenditure, then if you look at the work that is done by different departments, there is a link to what the AG is saying and what exactly is happening on the grounds if you're looking at these departments. Desiree.
Just as you list those departments, it looks like it's all of the departments in the country. But what I'm curious about is the Department of Defense, because they are regularly just complaining about the insufficient budget that's allocated to them. You would think that they would use the little that they have efficiently.
You're correct, Desiree, in saying that if you're looking at these departments that are being mentioned, it's like the entire, it's the entire departments. Because if I can give you just statistics, according to the AG, only 29% of the departments are in a good financial state of health. So others, there are concerns, they are not doing well. If it minus 29 out of 100%, so you're left with just about 79% of departments that are, I would say, are functioning optimally. The rest are not. Their financial conditions are not in good health, according to the AG. Talking about now your question about the Department of Defense, Desiree. The Department of Defense plays a key role in protecting the country. A day before yesterday, the Minister of Defense and Military Veterans, Thandi Modise, was in the National Council of Provinces answering questions. And one of the questions, Desiree, that were posed to her is about the pension of military veterans. We know, Desiree, if the viewers can remember, last year there was the minister was held in hostage by some military veterans in Pretoria, where they were making their demands that government is not meeting their demands, especially when it comes to this pension. So Desiree, it's some of those, because what the minister was saying on Wednesday was that the military veterans, they want about 4.2 million rand pension. And what she was saying is that the department cannot afford that, but they will make sure that they are giving them money that is reasonable enough that will be able to take care of their needs. Again, Desiree, this wasteful and irregular expenditure, if you're looking again at the question of military veterans, the minister was saying that there are some people who are there, who are military veterans, but they do not qualify. But what they want to make sure is that whoever will be a beneficiary, they will do a screen check, they will vet the military veterans to make sure that whoever benefits does indeed qualify to be a military veteran. So I guess, Desiree, when we're talking about the Department of Defense and irregular expenditure and fruitless expenditure, that question of the military veterans comes in, and hence maybe there are cases like this.
Were we able to just get a glimpse into some of the items that the wasteful expenditure has been spent on?
No, that's what even the committee members are asking, Desiree, because they are saying that they need to know exactly where this amount goes to. But the AG's office did say that in most cases it's about procurement and supply chain. And we know, Desiree, in this country, when it comes to procurement, there are always issues that the AG's office flags out when it comes to issuing of tenders. So in as much as they didn't go into details as to exactly, but she did mention, Bongingema did mention that it's where there are procurement issues mostly that they would pick up these wasteful and irregular expenditure.
Lulama, thank you so much for just bringing us up to date in terms of that story. Of course, we'll be watching further detail as the day progresses. You're watching The Agenda. A quick break. We'll be back in a moment.